Guys, welcome back to Urban Security Agents. Now, a while ago, I just did a video on what helps me train as far as grabbing, my firearm, light assignment, coming back, reholstering, and approximately the time it takes me to do that for one round. As I said in that video, once I get to a point where I can do this live fire, I'll do another video live fire. Right now, I don't have a place to go do that at. I don't not mind ranges, but I prefer an open shooting range. I don't want to be in a building, none of that. Um, so that being said, uh, I made mention that I use a playing card to practice light assignment, which is approximately about the same size of a cigarette pack. Now you're going to hear a lot of people mention grouping. Now what that is how many rounds can you put together in a group, right? For me personally, I've got to make all of those rounds, whether I've got 3, 5, 10, 30, 40, 50, 100, 150, it doesn't matter. I try to keep it within that square. Okay, that playing card, that cigarette pack, something of that nature. I don't want to go outside of that. I don't want to be, you know, my target's this big. I don't want to be out here. Okay, especially within 3 to 10 feet of my target. Any further than that, you widen that target out just a hair. So, for instance, if you're at 21 feet, you want to broaden that target out just a little bit, but you still want to try to maintain that small grouping. Okay. Um, in order to maintain that, a lot of that has to do with your firearm. A lot of that has to do with how you grip and hold that firearm. A lot of that has to do with your PSI on your trigger. Um, if you anticipate the round going off, all of those things. Um, Me personally, what has helped me to keep my grouping together, whether it's at 3 feet or 21 feet, is this. I'm going to show you. So how I grip and hold my firearm. You'll also notice that I don't stand with my feet out, like shoulder width, the isosceles stance. I don't do that. A lot of people train that way. Nothing wrong with that, but just for me, um, that makes me very uncomfortable, like I'm off balance. If that makes any sense. So I stand more with my left foot in front of my right foot, about shoulder width, maybe a little more depending on. Um, but that's my stance. That's what I'm comfortable with. I know that I can move around if I need to. Use that one foot as a pivot to move around, and then the same. Okay. So again, stance has a lot to do with it. If you're comfortable training in the isosceles, then continue to do so. This is just what I do for myself, how I train my wife, and my suggestions to anybody that comes to me for training or anybody that I hire. Okay. So that being said, I get a good firm grip coming out of the holster. Okay, firm grip. I got a good grip. Now on this side, thumb. I take this hand, I wrap it around, and I put my finger up here on the trigger guard. Okay. Now at the same time, my fingers, I'm kind of squeezing together. Okay. Also at the same time, with this finger, I'm pulling back towards my body. With the webbing of my thumb, I am pushing towards that finger, all at the same time. Okay. So what that has helped me reduce is a lot of the come up a little bit. Is a lot of the recoil movement. So if, for instance, if I fired, the recoil. Okay, that's helped me bring it up and down fairly quicker. It also helps me from straying from, down to the right or down to the left. So that's personally how I hold my firearm. So again, this is my trigger side. Wrap around. Got a good firm grip. I wrap around. Same thing. And I just close my thumbs down over each other. Okay. Now, trigger finger is at the bottom of the slide. Everything else is out of the way of the slide. Okay. So that being said, that's how I've reduced my recoil movement in motion, is by doing that, is putting his finger up here. Okay. At the same time, squeezing down on the grip, keeping a good firm grip on everything. If I need, I can pull one out. And it reduces the jerk of the trigger. It reduces the recoil distance up and down. This way I can get a lot of assignment back on where I need to very, very quickly. Okay, so that's something else that helps me when I train. Um, the way I grip my firearm is become second nature to me. Um, it's helped me in many, many ways. Um, so if that's something that you may want to try it out. See if it helps. It's helped me. Um, my wife shoots that way, and she's a beast. Um, she seems to be able to control the firearm a little bit better when she shoots. Uh, at this point, I'm also training my nephew and my son. So when we go live fire, they do the same thing. Um, this way, it helps them control it, and it gives them a good grip on the grip of the firearm. Okay. Now, of course, if you're doing a rifle, it's something different. That all depends on if you just got, the rails that you grip onto real tight and drag it back towards you into your shoulder pocket, or if you've got a mounted, tack handle. Okay, same concept. You grab it and pull it back towards your shoulder, and then at the same time, I also kind of push forward just a little bit of pressure, even if I'm shooting a rifle. Um, but this type of grip is namely for pistol. Um, it's helped me a lot. Uh, if it helps you guys, please let me know. Uh, if it doesn't, then keep shooting the way you're comfortable shooting. I can't tell you how to shoot. I can't tell you, any of those things. You have to be comfortable with the firearm. You have to have confidence. You have to have, I'd say, good upper body strength. The video prior to this, I kind of get into that of how I train and get ready to do any of this, very briefly. But that being said, how I hold my firearm has helped me. So if it helps you guys,